let's just talk about the last couple of games you guys had. Close loss to Cal Baptist, then you go on the road to UT Arlington, finish out the season with a win. Just talk about those games against a couple of good teams.
Yeah, I mean, Thursday against CBU. CBU is a really good team, so we knew it was going to be a battle. We both were fighting for something really big for this whole season. So, giving it our all and having an overtime loss was really tough. But we knew that we had to come back and practice hard and beat UTA. We were going for the second seed now, so trying to get the double bye in the tournament. So we came out strong, and I think we had a great game against UTA and really left it all out there for our last regular season game.
And I know it might not have been the results you guys wanted against Cal Baptist, but the fact you send that game into overtime, it's the top two seeds kind of going at it. Does that give you guys confidence going into the tournament, thinking, okay, we can compete with anybody in this league, even the top teams?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, every team we've played and we've beaten, so we know that we can beat any team out there. We just have to come out strong and play our game and execute the game plan, whatever team it is, and maybe seeing CBU again. So that is definitely give us a lot of confidence.
And was there a little bit of extra kind of hunger to go out against UTA, not only kind of avenge the loss against Cal Baptist, but also end the season on the right note?
Oh yeah, we talked about it was our last regular season WAC game ever. So for Bree, our senior, and for all of us, our last regular season game, that had a lot of meaning behind it. And, it's great to beat a team 3 times. So also having that in the back of our heads was a big motivation.
And in that game, there was plenty of scoring. It seemed like everyone was getting a chance. How cool was that to see that not only you but all your teammates were getting those opportunities as well and succeeding?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love when everyone's getting success. It's so much fun on the bench, on the floor, when everyone gets to score, everyone's getting involved in the assists, everyone's getting involved, getting steals and everything. So I feel like that just shows like Wildcat basketball and how we play, and so I think that was a great representation of that.
Looking ahead to the conference tournament, you get a couple of rounds for buys. How valuable is that? Just letting your body kind of reset, rest, and then have some time to figure out who you're gonna figure out to play.
Yes, I mean that is so valuable. Just having to play at max 2 games in the tournament versus 3 or 4, that the recovery and that aspect of it is just a huge deal. And we're going to be facing a team that has already played, so they might be a little bit warmed up, but in the long run I think we'll be well recovered and have good rest from that.
And you guys have had a bit of an interesting season where you've had some breaks in it, some built in, some without. Does that kind of help you guys be able to start fast, knowing, hey, we've had the extended time off before, we know how to kind of get back into the game and into the rhythm quicker than other teams might?
Yeah, I think throughout the season we've had a lot of different situations, whether that was the snow break where we had like 2 weeks in between games or even like finals week. So I think just being put in those different experiences and situations gives us good preparation for whatever might be thrown at us or anything.
And then the loss against Cal Baptist, does it kind of help you guys to feel the sting of that so close to the tournament, so you get a little extra motivation there?
Yeah, I mean, the sting is never great, but I mean, it is helpful and extra motivation to really come together and come out strong and not lose any close ones like that or have any situations where it stings even more in the tournament.
You guys are 2 games away from making it to the NCAA tournament. Why is this team going to make it there?
Yeah, I mean, that just is awesome. I think it's just because we're so close and we just have great people all around. I think we get along so well. We really buy into this program, buy into the coaches, buy into each other. So having all that and just having the want to do it for everyone around, I think that is why we're going to get there, and it's going to be an awesome experience.
And is there any extra motivation because you didn't hit your regular season goal, but you can hit your postseason goal?
Yeah, I mean, regular season championship is a big deal, but the tournament is the one that gets to go to the NCAA tournament. So, I mean, that is the goal of our season and probably any team in the WAC. So just being able to do that is really cool still.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
What does a buffalo player mean?
Oh, okay. So the buffalo is like, it's the animal that always runs into the storm. So like other animals will run away from the storm, but the buffalo runs into the storm. So that player is just the person, and we all are buffaloes, and but specifically the buffalo player is the one that, like, you just go right into battle and you don't hold back. You just come in strong and, fearless.
Oh, whose idea was that?
Coach Goodenough.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Is that a West Texas kind of a? All right. So let's just talk about, like we said, recap the last couple of weeks of the season. How do you guys feel going into those games? How do you feel coming out of those games?
Yeah, I think this week CBU is a really tough team. They play a lot like us, so that loss was really hard. But I know we'll see them again in the conference tournament, so I'm not really worried about that. And then UTA, we came off a strong win to just have good just confidence going into the WAC tournament.
And then, like in that game, like I asked her, seemed like everyone was kind of getting involved in that game in a number of different ways, not just scoring. How good is that to see, especially heading into the conference tournament like that you guys seem to be rolling on all gears, even in your bench players?
It's really good. It just shows how confident we are in each other and ourselves, and I think that's a really good thing to have going into the tournament. So just keeping that and knowing everybody is able to do those things before the tournament is something that's really good for us.
And getting those 2 rounds of buys, how valuable is that for you? Because I know you've played a whole lot of minutes this season. How good is it to be able to recover, rest, and then get ready for whoever you have to play?
It's really crucial for especially a few of us that play a lot. I think just that rest and just time to, because we'll watch some of the games we'll play the next on Friday. So just watching that, kind of just recovering before we play, I think will help us out a lot in those 2 games. So.
And the fact that you've had those extended breaks this season already, do you think that gives you guys an advantage over teams that might not have had them, where you didn't play for 2 weeks and it wasn't your choice, whereas this, you get a little bit of time off, but you know how to get kind of going real quick?
Yeah, I think that does benefit us a little bit because, 2 weeks is a long time, and then coming back and, we won the game, so I think we had that experience, and I think pushing forward into the tournament, I think that'll actually kind of help us too. So.
And one thing I thought of, a lot of the core of this team was here just a season ago, got that deep playoff experience. How do you think that helps going into the WAC tournament, knowing the stakes are high, especially because you're just 2 games away from an NCAA tournament appearance?
I think that helped us a lot. The core group that came back, we have a lot of experience together, so our main goal is to get to the NCAA tournament. And if we don't, then the WNIT, WBIT is our goal, and to go far in those.
Back-to-back regular seasons with 22-plus wins, what y'all had to overcome this year, and y'all are, with the loss of Meredith, you still are playing paintball inside. Y'all are not only Wildcats, y'all are Buffaloes running into the storm. Reflecting on this regular season, being able to win 22-plus games, how would you reflect on what y'all were able to do there?
I think we just have a really great team. We all have fun together out there on the court, and we just like know how each other like play out there, and know like our expectations as a team, and getting far in the tournament is one of them. So yeah, I think the 22 wins is just because of our team, our coaches, and just how we stepped up there and did good in our games.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys have an automatic semifinal spot. Now you're 2 games away from making the NCAA tournament. What's going to be different this time for the Cats in WAC Vegas?
I think we just have to go out strong, like we know how. And I think we're gonna do good Friday and see CBU again in the championship. And I keep telling myself we're not gonna lose 3 times to this team. And I know we could do really good things coming this week.
Can I have a Brianna Davis impression? I saw those on social
media. We'll do it off camera.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I just thought of it. He mentioned Meredith a little bit. It's been interesting as well, losing it. I mean, one of the preseason WAC players of the year. You lose another post player later in the season. But this team doesn't seem to have affected you guys. It's kind of been next man up mentality. What's that say about this team, that doesn't matter who's on the court, the product is still going to be the same?
Yeah, I mean, Meredith is a big part of our team. We've lost pretty much the only tallest, biggest person on our team. So I think we just all came out there. We have this mindset of we're wanting to go to this the NCAA tournament. So not worrying about and getting our heads down about Meredith being gone, and just going out there and playing team basketball.
Hey, we can make the WNBA tournaments
I'm
too.
good with that. Let's talk about the games against Cal Baptist and UTA. From your players, what kind of perspective do you get as a coach from those games?
The overtime loss to Cal Baptist on Thursday was absolutely devastating, just to be real honest about it. Our players were so ready to play. I thought we played really well together, hard-fought battle against a really good team. Cal Baptist has 6 players who, if they weren't all on the same team, would all be all-conference. I mean, they're really, really talented, led by a very elite coach. And, to kind of have them on the ropes the last minute and a half of the fourth quarter, had opportunities to seal the game, missed some high percentage shots. And I knew overtime would be tough. I mean, we had players playing, 41, 42, 43 minutes. And, it was pretty devastating. I mean, I felt like we let one slip out of our hands. I thought that our team did a great job bouncing back. I know I was exhausted on Friday. I was up most of the night, up early, getting ready for the Saturday game, and our girls were locked in Friday on the scout and came out and played tremendously on Saturday. I was really proud of them. They knew that we needed to have a good outing on Saturday, obviously get the outcome that we wanted, but we just wanted to play really well and have a good performance, a good win, just for some momentum going into Vegas.
And the fact that you guys had CBU kind of on the ropes, you felt kind of in control of in that game a little bit. How good is that, knowing that you can get that feeling in a game like that against a team like that, in all honesty, you might have to beat to make an NCAA tournament appearance? How good does that feel, knowing that it's possible?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a tremendous performance to beat Cal Baptist. I mean, they're the regular season champions for a reason. They're very talented. And, both of the games that we played here at home, we've lost. The only 2 losses at home, 15-2 at home. It's pretty tremendous. Only 2 have been, 1-possession games. I mean, it was a 1-possession game, and then we let it slip away, and they beat us by more than 1 possession in overtime. But, I mean, we had opportunities to win both games. And so I think we'll go into WAC Vegas with confidence if we have an opportunity to play them again. And we certainly are not overlooking our semifinal opponent. It could be UTA, Utah Tech, or Southern Utah. Don't know who we're playing yet. That's our main focus this week and our preparations is, just kind of taking time and being thorough about what we would need to do to beat either of those three teams on Friday. And so the semifinal will really be our focus. Our goal is to win it all, but we've got to get through Friday first. And it's going to be knockdown, drag out on Friday, and we are very well aware of that.
And going into that UTR game, you talked about bench needing to step up a little bit. And then you get Riley Groman scoring her career high. How great is that to see that she was able to do that the game right before the WAC, that she can grab that confidence, especially as a young player, not having experienced this before?
We were excited to get Riley in our family. I felt like she would be a really great role player for us. She plays behind what I think is the best guard tandem in the conference. She plays behind Erin and Payton, and they're going to play a lot of minutes. So she knows when she goes in, she needs to just make a difference. She doesn't have to go be a hero, but she needs to go in and be really solid for us. And you can count on her to hit a three-point shot. She puts in extra work all the time on her three-point shot, knowing that it's not like she's going to shoot 10 threes like Erin and Payton get the opportunity to. She might get off 3 or 4 threes in a game, and I'm just really proud of the way that she approaches that. She's in the gym putting up extra shots so that when her number's called, she's ready to do what her teammates need her to do.
And how helpful is that going into the conference tournament, knowing you're probably going to need every single player on that bench, whether it's going to be on the court, off the court? How valuable is that you're able to get that kind of help when it comes down to single game elimination?
Yeah, Riley's been a very consistent 6th and 7th man for us this entire season, and I know that she will be there to do that again this weekend.
And just what about just as a team in general, that everyone seems, it doesn't matter whether they're starting or they're on the bench, they're there for one purpose.
Yeah, this is a very cohesive team. Regardless of playing time, they are celebrating each other like crazy. And we have, the word, I guess it's this year, it's the first time I've ever heard it, but this year, Benergy is a big word, and, your bench energy. And so our players take a lot of pride in bringing that Benergy and being a factor in the game.
And then talking about you don't play until Friday. You have a lot of time in between, but that's not something unusual to you guys apparently this season. How is that experience valuable, knowing that when you pick the court, you're going to have your best play immediately?
Yeah, I think as a head coach and as a staff, we've got to totally revamp what we do on these long weeks, because our bye weeks have been dreadful. And we feel like we've utilized the time well, and then we're just not sharp at the game. And so we are doing things completely different this week, making it more competitive, like getting in the gym, having team practices every day. They're going to be in the weight room 3 times this week. Like we're getting down to business. Like, we feel like we can make a great showing in the WAC tournament. We know we've got games beyond the WAC tournament, and so we're being really serious and taking this week very businesslike for sure.
And as someone who knows what it takes to get to kind of a promised land, what's it going to take for this team to be able to get a couple of wins and head to the NCAA?
I think just playing together as a team, making sure that we are totally embraced and focused on team first wins. It doesn't matter who scores, who rebounds. It doesn't matter how many minutes you play. Like if we are truly about team first wins, we're willing to be the best version of ourselves, whether that means sacrificing, a bucket and making an extra pass. We have to know that the teams that are going to be most successful in WAC are the ones that are focused on team success.
And the fact that you lose a player like a Meredith or one of the Dohertys. Sorry, sisters. No, I knew it was one of them. The fact
Hey,
that you missed.
it's super hard. I mean, we lost Meredith when she was number 2 in the country in field goal percentage, and had numbers to be considered for Player of the Year in the WAC. And it hurt our team a lot. And heartbroken for Meredith. I mean, it's the best basketball Meredith Mays has played in her entire life, and she goes down with a season-ending injury. So we asked Tali Chavez to step in and be a starter. So she's our starting 4. We asked Emma Troxel now to be the starting 5. And then a few weeks later, we lose our backup 5 in Emma Doherty to another season-ending injury. Another, just heartbreaking experience for that freshman who just gradually just continued earning more minutes and more playing time and more trust from her staff and her teammate. And so now we're asking Erin to play a little bit of 4. We're asking Amy Flippin to step up and play more minutes. We're asking Jazz to play some off guard. We're asking, Tali and Emma Troxel to play more minutes than they had been playing. We're asking Riley Groman to be ready to play more minutes. And so, just seeing all these players evolve as players and taking on new roles and responsibilities has been just so much fun for me as a head coach. And I think it just speaks volumes of the character of the women that we have on this team, that they're willing to do whatever the team needs for them to do.
You said everything. I mean, you preached it. That was great. I love that. That's all I needed.
Hey, if I could say one shout out for you guys. Hey, I want to wish Coach Whitehead and the Cowgirls the best of luck on Friday. Could there be a more historic Cowgirl win than to take down NYU in the Sweet 16? And so just wish them the best of luck. I spoke with Coach Whitehead yesterday, and, they're fired up. They're ready to take their best game on the road and just super excited about the success that they have had. And I'm going to always be, a huge Cowgirl fan, and just want to wish them the best of luck.
I was going to ask about that